time it is what it is. Your boy Musa back at it again though. Today's video reaction is on the top. It's on the top 10 dangerous kids serving life in prison. Yo, this is ridiculous, man. When this video was recommended to me, boy, I wasn't sure if I was gonna react to this, but I was like, we gotta check it out, man. We gotta check it out, like, bro. It's crazy, like actual kids out here serving life, man, for with some dumb stuff, bro. We gonna check it out. But anyway, if you guys enjoying this video reaction, take a few seconds, subscribe, comment, like, and share, and click the notification bell, and join the family. Always welcome. Show your love, show your support. Let's get it. God!
Kids are cute and cuddly. Well, at least the majority.
Yo, when you got brothers screaming like that, God, bro, at that point, you know your life is over. Bro, when they hit you with that life sentence, oh my God, it's like the devil snatch your soul. Like, bro, you don't know what to do with yourself, man. I feel like that's why when they give them a sentence, I feel like you put them on suicide watch. Because you don't know, man. Some of them might be like, yeah, screw it. I'm going to just off myself just for that. I'm not doing no 50 years or life in prison. Like, it's over. You can't do nothing else, man.
Then there are some rare bad pieces that are just things of nightmares. Let's take a look at some of them facing life sentences longer than their age. Number 8, Cameron Herron. The then 18-year-old man who was behind the wheel of a Ford Mustang that hit and killed a mother and her baby on Bayshore Boulevard in 2018 was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Herron and another man, John Barrineau, are accused of racing at the time of the deadly crash. Barrineau also pleaded guilty. He's serving a 6-year prison sentence. This crime took 2 beautiful lives and left 4 families broken, said State Attorney Andrew Warren. No sentence can repair that damage or bring back the lives lost, but we hope this outcome delivers some comfort and closure for Jessica's and Lilia's families.
So on count 1, the court's going to adjudicate the defendant guilty, sentence him to 9 years in the Florida State Prison. Sentence him to 15 years Florida State Prison, and that'll run consecutive to count 1.
Boy, y'all seen how his soldiers went out? When he had 15, then they hit him with 9, and he was like, you get what I'm saying? His soldiers got snatched. He knows it's over. He knows it is over, bruh. It is over right there.
For a total 24 years Florida State Prison. And I'll direct the bailiffs to take Mr. Herron into custody.
Number 7, Samantha Grigg. That spring, Samantha Grigg would walk into a prison instead of across a high school graduation stage. After a judge's ruling, she'll spend between 6 and 15 years in a cell instead of the next 4 years in Eastern Michigan University classrooms.
Wow.
Grigg, 18 of Saline, could barely hold her head up as she heard Clinton County Trial Court Judge Randy Tavanen sentence her to prison for the death of Michigan State University student Dustin Frolka, 19. Grigg pleaded guilty to manslaughter and unarmed robbery charges. Through tears, Grigg apologized for her role in Frolka's homicide. She said she never meant him any harm, though she knew she was driving 2 people to a robbery. He was a fellow musician, Grigg said, her voice catching on emotion. It really breaks my heart. I wish I could take it back every day.
I would like to extend my deepest remorse to the family of the victim.
See, this is where, like, sometimes I get a cringe. Like, now you want to apologize. Now you have a remorse. Like, bro, like, when you were taking, you feel when you were driving, you know, somebody's child to getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? How you thought that was going to end? Y'all thought you were just going to do the robbing? Come on, man. Y'all don't see movies about these things? You kids don't listen to the news? Like, bro, robbery something always goes wrong when you're doing robbery. Somebody ends up getting hurt. Somebody ends up losing their life. Like, bro, if your friends suggest you, oh, let's go to this house. We're just going to take one stuff. Oh, we're going to scare this kid. Don't go. Don't go. Don't support it because you don't know. You know your actions, but you don't know the other individual actions. You get what I'm saying? They might take it too far, and that individual might end up losing their life. Now, you tied in because you went with them. You may not have participated in committing a crime, but you knew of the crime, and you went with that individual, in which case it makes you a participant. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't do nothing to stop it. That's crazy, man.
He was a fellow musician. It really breaks my heart.
It breaks
Number
your
6,
heart, but you still set
Kyandria
him
Cook.
up.
Circuit Judge Matthew Foxman sentenced Kyandria Cook to 20 years in prison for carjacking and battery. Her mother's reaction when Foxman read the sentence went viral. For the sentence, the judge pointed out that the crime had been intentional and orchestrated, and since Cook was the main part of that, he sentenced her to 20 years in state prison. As soon as he said that, Cook's mother started crying and howling, and she sank to the floor. Her reaction was so loud that Foxman was forced to stop the court proceedings and restart them soon later. Almost 2 months after Foxman dictated the 20-year sentence, he allowed Cook to withdraw her no contest plea, striking down the initial sentence. He claimed that he did so due to a miscommunication problem with the woman's previous attorney.
Damn, you see, like, I feel for the mother, you get what I'm saying? For the fact for you to carry a child for 9 months, right? For you to do right, for you to work the 9 to 5 jobs, for you to bust your ass, you get what I'm saying? For you to sacrifice the clothes on your back and everything that you have for your child, but then come to find 20 years later, or maybe 19, 18, or 12 years old, they're in a situation like this, right? Being read their sentence and knowing that, they're going to be locked up for the next 20 years, 30 years, so on and so forth. It hurts me, you get what I'm saying? It hurts me because, like, a parent sacrifice so much for their kids, but for their kids to end up this way, that's every parent's worst nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, for a parent to raise their child and for their child life to be taken by somebody else, that's also a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, there's 2 cases, there were 2 victims. You feel me? You got a person who committed a crime, but when you look at their parents, the parents are a victim because they just lost their child to foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the parents who lost their child because this other individual was so stupid to go follow friends and go do some dumb stuff. It's like, bro, it's crazy, man. It's tragic. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Number 5, TJ Lane. Lane, the teenager convicted of the ending of 3 students' lives at an Ohio high school in an anger rampage, has been sentenced to life in prison without parole. Judge David L. Fury noted Lane's apparent lack of remorse and motive as part of his reasoning for the sentence. Lane, who pleaded guilty to their charges, appeared in a Chardon court wearing a white t-shirt with the word killer written on it. During the hearing, Lane also gave the courtroom the middle finger.
You understand that you're pleading guilty. You want to plead guilty to firearm specifications.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the case of the State of Ohio against Thomas M. Lane, case 12.
Thank you, Your Honor. To my left is Nicholas Burling, Judge, County Assistant Prosecutor.
All right. That's all your client has to say, Mr. Friedman.
Number 4,
Yo, homeboy is straight evil, man. You took 3 lives and you're happy about it. You happy to feel like you just destroyed 3 different families. 4 different families. You feel me? You killed 3 kids. Your family's hurt, but then your own family. What do you think your mom and dad feel about this? You get what I'm saying? Do you think they wanted to raise a killer? You feel me? You just ruin your family's name. You just ruin your family. Like, that's straight evil. Some people are just evilness, man. I'm telling you right now, like, they show no remorse. It's like, so sometimes you feel like you need to forgive them. I mean, bro. One thing I'm going to say, it's not a place to judge, man. Everything's in the hands of God. Bro. But that's crazy, though.
Fernando Salgado. An 18-year-old Californian student broke down in hysterical tears in Fontana Superior Court while he was arraigned on criminal charges. Fernando Salgado calmly pleaded not guilty to the 2 charges related to separate classroom incidents at A.B. Miller High School, but exploded when ordered to remain in jail until July 9, as his bail was set at $300,000. "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" yelled Salgado as he cried out, "I want to go home so bad," to his family and friends who had arrived in the courtroom to support him. Wearing a green jumpsuit, which indicated he was in protective custody, Salgado's appearance in court followed that of his teacher, 27-year-old Emmanuel de la Rosa, in connection with the alleged physical attacks on 2 students. Number 3, Damon Kemp.
Boy, you see, this is what I'm talking about, man. Yo, if you're not built for these type of situations, do not put yourself in it, bro. I keep telling y'all, man. You gotta learn how to harness your emotion, man. Just understand that whatever decision, whatever pain, or whatever physical damage you inflict on somebody, man, the law is gonna catch your ass. You get what I'm saying? And it's gonna punish you to the extremest. So if you don't wanna be locked up and get your salad tossed, bro, nigga, just do right, man. Stay on the right path. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say, man. Because it's just in a whole different level with these. But then again, some of these kids are crazy, man. They just on a whole different level, man.
19-year-old Florida man charged in the double homicide of his 2 roommates was denied bond after screaming from a wheelchair and grimacing in court. Damon Kemp faces 2 counts of second-degree in the shooting deaths of Trey Ingraham and Jordan Payton, both age 19 in Daytona Beach. Ingraham's family members said the 19-year-old was helping Kemp by allowing him to live in his apartment for free. Detectives said neighbors failed in their duties by not calling police after hearing gunshots. Kemp was initially arrested on an unrelated charge of burglary. Kemp was then brought to Volusia County Court in a wheelchair, screaming the word God over and over again at the top of his lungs. Cameras inside the courtroom showed the double-case suspect baring his teeth, bulging his eyes, sticking out his bottom lip, and talking over the judge. The judge found that there was probable cause for Kemp's arrest and denied him bond.
God! 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 God!
Number 2, Conrad-year-old man to life in prison for a 2013 crime spree in Osceola County that took away 2 lives. Conrad Schaefer, 18, pleaded guilty in January to 2 counts of first degree. Schaefer could have been sentenced to 40 years in prison, but instead the judge gave him 2 consecutive life sentences, 1 for each first-degree charge. Schaefer fatally shot David Guerrero, 17, who was on his way to catch a bus for work on June 26, 2013 in Kissimmee. Schaefer apologized to the victims' families. "I was 15 at the time. I'm really sorry for the things I've done, and I know they were wrong, and I know my apology doesn't mean a thing to you. I know it won't change how you feel about me," Schaefer said.
I gotta do the time, and I'm sorry for what I did. I was 15 at the time, and I'm really sorry for the things.
Bro, 15 don't mean squat, but I feel like the age, people use that as an excuse way too much, man. Bro, 15, you have intelligence. You're not a freaking animal. You feel me? You're not cats and dogs. Even dogs are smart. Dogs know not to bite. You get what I'm saying? Not to bite. A puppy know how to freaking sit. You could train a puppy, and a puppy would know how to sit. A 6-month-old puppy. So if you tell me a puppy know the difference between sit and roll over, I'm 100% sure as a 15-year-old, you know that killing is wrong, and you could get arrested. You could serve life. You get what I'm saying? You understand that. So when you make a dumb decision like that to take somebody's life, you cannot tell me you were 15 and you were dumb. You didn't know. Bro, you did know, my nigga. You knew what you was doing. You had intent. You had motive. And you knew how to load a gun, pick up a gun on point. You had intelligence and you did a crime. Okay, don't hit me with, I was 15. But I was 15 and I knew that I didn't want to go to prison and get my salad tossed. My nigga, if I know that, you know that. Get out of here with that 15 bull, man.
I've done, and I know I did wrong, and I know my apology don't mean nothing to you. I just feel like I need to apologize.
Bro, it
and
don't.
I really am
It
sorry
don't.
for what I've done. I wish it never happened. I wish I could take it back. I wish I could change things, but I can't.
Number 1, Alyssa Bustamante. A judge denied a new trial for a young Missouri woman who pleaded guilty to taking the life of a 9-year-old neighbor girl, but later sought a do-over because of a U.S. Supreme Court case invalidating mandatory life sentences for juveniles. Alyssa Bustamante was 15 years old in 2009 when she took the life of Elizabeth Olton and buried her in a wooded area west of Jefferson City. Bustamante wrote in her diary that it was an amazing and pretty enjoyable experience. She originally was charged with first degree, which would have carried a mandatory life sentence without parole, but shortly before her 2012 trial, Bustamante pleaded guilty to second degree and armed criminal action. She was sentenced on the murder charge to life in prison with the chance of parole, plus 30 years for the other charge. Several months after Bustamante pleaded guilty, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in a separate case that juveniles cannot face automatic life sentences without the possibility of parole. Bustamante then got a new attorney who claimed her original public defenders were ineffective. At a court hearing in January, the now 20-year-old Bustamante testified that she wouldn't have accepted a plea deal had she known about the possibility for the nation's high court to wipe out mandatory life sentences for juveniles. Cole County Circuit Judge Pat Joyce wrote in a decision that Bustamante's request to set aside her guilty plea and sentence was meritless, and her original attorneys weren't deficient.
Another option, then there would have been no reason to have accepted that offer. Accepting the offer was to avoid the absolute certainty of life without parole.
Present evidence and argue for the punishment that you all thought was appropriate.
Yes.
That's all for this video, folks.
Bro, you want parole. You want to get out. But the crime that you did, you showed no remorse. It says in your diary you were happy you killed that 9-year-old girl. And you went out to what? To what? Bro, yo, it's crazy. I don't even know how I feel about this video, man. On some real, because some of these kids are unredeemable, man. It's like only God could save them, because it's just, that's crazy, man. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video reaction, take a few seconds, subscribe, comment, like, and click the notification bell, and share, yo guys. Share this video, man. Show your support out here, man. Musa,